Hi and welcome to another video. This is going to be more of an information video than anything else. Now, for people that follow me on social media, they would have seen that the other day, just going around here, my dog cut his paw, I believe on stepping on a bit of glass, which is a hazard for sites like this that have been smashed up by intruders, which is the main reason that we're here, to try and keep them off. So in this video I'm just going to talk to you about dog insurance, protection dog insurance, and then what I do because of that. So my SIA question for this video is: there is two types of barriers to communication. So in the comments below, what are the two types of barriers to communication? So dog insurance. So a lot of you that have pets at home, you'll have your dogs insured for accidents, illnesses. It'll cover you up to X amount. You may have £250 excess, let's say. It's a bit like car insurance. And for the first year of my dog's life, I had him insured. I believe it cost me about £35 a month, so it wasn't too bad. And then once he turned 1, they hiked it up to about £65 a year, which I didn't feel was worth it, so I kind of stopped that. And he has been uninsured for the last year. And since getting into this, I thought about getting him insurance again. So obviously, like the other day, it's quite easy, can easily happen. He's just walking around and he steps on something and he cuts himself, and then I've got to get him down the vets. They got to bandage him up, they got to obviously treat him. He was on antibiotics for 5 days because it was a cut due to glass, and in the end it cost me £145, which I don't begrudge, because obviously he's hurt himself, and if I hurt myself I would obviously make sure I got looked after, so it's no different for my dog. So let's just imagine that this was a bigger injury, whether it was by someone that was confronting us or whether it was something. I know one of the guys here, he had an incident where his dog had quite a big cut across his back, and he had to rush it to the vets on a Sunday, had to get it treated, had to get it repaired. He had weeks of going back and getting it washed and redressed, and in the end it ended up costing him about £3,000. Now obviously my 145, if my 250 excess, I wouldn't even bother. But when you're talking £3,000, that's a lot of money for someone to all of a sudden have in their back pocket in order to pay up. And dogs are like kids, so you will look after them and you will do what you can in order to get them the best care that you can. So for the first few hours this morning, I sent a few emails around just telling them the truth. I didn't want to lie, I wanted to get the truth off of them, saying that I've got a protection dog. Is there any insurances that cover him as a protection dog? And if he hurt himself on site, would he be covered? So I sent that one to the brokers, and then for the pet insurance companies I said the same thing, but I also said that if, as a pet, if he injured himself outside work, would he still then be covered? And the first reply I got back was from a brokers, and they said, "Hi Michael, thank you for your email regarding working dog insurance. At this stage we are only able to cover for injury and damage to third parties' property caused by your dog. However, the only provider I am aware of that can cover some sort of cover for the dog is Cliverton's." So funnily enough, I'd emailed Cliverton's as well, and I got a response back from them, and Cliverton said, "Hi Michael, we can provide cover for the public liability for you and the working dog, and also a loss of use cover for the dog itself. It provides a lump sum amount should the dog be permanently unable to work. We do not provide cover for vet fees." So basically they will cover any loss of earnings, I believe that is, and if the dog can't work, you'll get a lump sum in order to buy another dog. Going back to the first email, they said the scale of benefits for my dog now, between 1 and 2, it'll be £5,000 that I would get in order for another dog. That's how I read this. Now this broker, they deal in security dog handler insurance, so I thought if anyone was going to know of an insurance company that does dogs, then he would be the best one. Obviously he said Cliverton's, and Cliverton's only do public liability, third party, and obviously if the dog can't work anymore, then you'll get the lump sum. And then I received a second email from a broker that I emailed, again just asking if they do a security protection dog cover for the dog itself, and they said, "Hi Michael, thank you for your email. Unfortunately, we do not cover such product." And that was it. So as you can see, you can't get a security dog covered under any insurance, and I hadn't received any emails back from the pet insurance, so I thought I would give someone a call. So I gave a pet insurance company a call, and this is what happened. Hi, I'm just wondering if you can help me. I've got a 2-year-old security protection dog, and I was wondering if you do any cover for working dogs, and if you don't, if I take out pet insurance for my protection dog, would that cover injuries at work, and then would it cover injuries if he injured himself at home as a pet?
No problem. I'll pass you through. So I believe with working dogs, unfortunately, anything related to the workplace is excluded. Let's have a quick look.
Okay. I thought that might be the case, but I was just wondering, when he's obviously not working, he is a pet, so whether he would be covered under any injuries he sustained at home or at the park or whatever.
Let me just take a look there. Yeah, so as far as I can read, understand that I know third-party liability cover will be excluded from the policy if your dog is taken to your family's place of work. Whether the accident or illness cover, I believe it might be excluded possibly if it's with a place of work again. So I don't believe we will cover anything for the work, unfortunately. But if there was any sort of home-related incidents, I don't believe the policy would exclude working dogs from home-related incidents. Okay, so it's just places of work that it won't be covered, but he would be covered if he had an accident at home. If it was a home-related incident, yeah, it just wouldn't be anything to do with any business or anything like that, unfortunately. But I do believe that's as far as we go for the working dogs. Okay, that's great. That's all I wanted to know. I just wanted to just try and clarify that. Unfortunately, further to, I'm just reading as well. Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to cover him because he's used for guarding, I believe. So you say he was a protection dog. So unfortunately, if he's used for guarding or in connection with any business, unfortunately, I'm just taking a read there, then we wouldn't be able to cover him, I'm afraid. So what at all? Would not be applicable. You wouldn't be able to cover him at all because he's a... We wouldn't, no, because he's used for business. Okay, do you know if that's like a general thing for most pet insurance? Do you reckon they would be, most of them would be the same, would they? I honestly don't know, unfortunately. I just know our policies, and we've had sort of a new policy come through with new underwriters, so unfortunately any dogs that are connected with any business, unfortunately we wouldn't be able to cover. Okay, all right, that's great, no worries, thank you very much. No problem at all. Is there anything else I can help you with today? No, that's it, thank you. You have a nice day. Okay, very sorry about that, thank you. No worries, alright, bye-bye. So as you can see from that, they wouldn't cover him as a security dog, so any workplace injuries wouldn't be covered. She then said that she thought that at home he would be covered under pet insurance, but then obviously after that she read further and it said as a security dog they wouldn't even insure him at all, which has basically cut down all the possible opportunities for me to get pet insurance for him. So my last bet was obviously to go to the company that I work for and just say in their insurance, is there anything that covers the dog for large vet bills or injuries, etc. So I just asked him, is my dog under any insurance through yourself for any major injuries to him? And the reply was, the only insurance regarding the dogs is when a negligent claim is filed. Other than that, no one is going to cover him for being a security dog, which is obviously what we have found. So this is nothing against the company I work for, it's just not a product that you can buy. And for those of you that say that there are working dog insurances, I've had a look through them, and a lot of them are sheep herding dogs, gun dogs. None of these companies offer security dog or protection dog insurance. So what do I do if my dog gets injured and I get a large bill? So what I done, from the age he was kind of 6 months maybe, I've been sticking away £100 into a savings account, and basically what I do is I just top that up with £100 every month, and basically what that is a worst case scenario. So like the other day, paid £145, that just comes out of his pot
or let's say the 100 I was going to put in, I just don't put in this month. So I've now got a pot that's roughly about 1,800, I think it is. That is his pot for if he has any injuries, illnesses, if he needs the vets, if it's a large vets bill, and I'll probably continue that until I've got about £3,000 or £4,000 in there. And like I say, if there's an incident like the other dog handler where it's a £3,000 bill, yes, I will still feel it, because obviously I've got to pay out of it, but it won't be a cost that's all of a sudden come up on me and I haven't got the money for it. And the other way of looking at this as well is that, okay, I end up with like £3,000-4,000 in the pot, but when I go to get my next dog, or if I look at getting a second dog, I've already got a fund there in order for me to buy the next dog. It's not as if something happened to him, I would have to find £2,000 tomorrow in order to get a replacement dog. It's already in my account in order for me just to transfer, and I'll be able to do it straight away. So I just want you all to, if you've got a security dog or you're thinking of getting into security work, just be aware of this, because I think a lot of people would have pet insurance and then take their dogs to the vets, and then when you go through the claim and then you try and get your money back, insurance companies can turn around and refuse to pay, and then you've been paying £65 a month for this dog insurance that is pretty much worthless, because whatever, if you have an accident, then the company's not going to pay out. So my answer to my SA question of this is name the 2 types of barrier in communication. So the first one is physical, so that is things like language, people not having a language barrier, people that are in shock that have had an incident happen to them, physical things like that to a person. And then there's also psychological, which is things like culture, attitudes. As a security officer, you'll meet people that don't have a good attitude towards you, don't like authority, so that is always that can be a communication barrier as well, because they don't want to listen to you. You may want to talk to them, but they may not want to talk to you or listen to you, so that is a barrier. So it's physical and psychological, they are the 2 barriers in communication. So I hope you like this video. I just want to put this out there because I've had someone ask me about it before, and I just wanted to investigate into it a little bit more myself. And I just want to put it out there so that people don't have insurances or are paying for insurances that are worthless to them at the end of the day, and give you maybe another option the same way I do, where I have a savings account and I transfer money into that for him, and then hopefully, touch wood, I'll never have to use it, and then at the end I'll have a nice little balance in order to get my next dog, or if I need to get him something, then that comes out of that little pot. So if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to see more videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, see you soon.